Yo, yo, yo. Crawford versus Madrimov. Madrimov. Who needs this win more? Is it Crawford or is it Madrimov? Yo, I don't really know which one need to win more, but I do know that both of them need to fight. And both of them gotta win. So who gonna win first? Who is going to win this fight? Because whoever wins this fight can now go fight Sebastian Fundora and they can unify. Who needs this fight more? Is it Crawford or is it Israil? Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, guys? This your boy LD.
Shout out to Likeable
And you tuning into Likeable Dialogue.
Yeah, it's your boy Drew Juice. Shout out LD the King.
Shout out to LD with Likeable Dialogue. Come get your info, cooking hot. Holla at your boy.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, LD, the Kid, and you tuning into Likeable Dialogue.
Shout out to Likeable Dialogue.
I was not trying to hit that button that early. It just so happened to happen that way. It just so happened to happen that way. But listen, man, listen. So first off, man, I'm getting reports. I don't know if y'all getting these same reports, man. I'm gonna wait till a couple of more people get in here. I'm gonna wait till a couple of more people get in here, and then we're going to talk about it. I'm getting some reports that Spence might not be fighting Sebastian Fundora. I seen on the internet, but I'm not sure how true that is. So, you know, if you see that, if you can get better sources than what I saw, then let me know. But I'm getting reports that I saw that I just saw it on a YouTube channel. So, you know, unless we see it from the hardcore people that give us the credible sources, the ones that give us the credible information, then we gotta just say it's not real yet, right? But from what I saw, this channel really is like legit. So I did see that they are talking about Errol Spence might not make it to the fight. I don't know what's going on, but if more develops while we on the channel, then we will cover it. If not, then we will have to cover it another day. All right, man. But other than that, let's get to the topic. The topic of today is Crawford versus Madrimov. Tomorrow we'll try to get some UFC in because we do got UFC 304 coming up Saturday. And then we'll try to get some more other topics on. But I did see this. I'm not for sure how true it is. But I did see reports that Errol Spence might not fight Sebastian Fundora, and that if Crawford wins this fight, that he can possibly be in negotiations as early as August the 5th if he take care of Madrimov. So I'm not 100% sure on this. So we have to see as the story develop. Again, that's just what I saw. I'm trying to look at my reports right now, see if man, that's just what I saw, man. So we just have to see. I'm not seeing nothing. Like I went to Michael Benson page. He didn't post anything about it. I went to a couple of other ones, Dan Rayfield. Dan Rayfield didn't post anything about it. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm not seeing anything. But one thing I want to say though, they did add, it says announced, it says a separate 3-fight Rider season card will take place after Terence Crawford and Israil Madrimov public workouts on Wednesday, July the 31st, and on Santa Monica marks Castro versus George Acosta. So there's going to be a 3-fight card after the weigh-in. Yo, that is major. Yo, we ain't never seen a fight card on a weigh. Yo, Rider season is doing. Yo, Turkey Alashis is doing something major difference. Yo, he's doing some different things like in the sport. Like we never seen a fight on a workout card. So I'm seeing that there's going to be a 3 fights on a workout card. Yo, that's major. We've never seen that before. We've never seen this before, yo. Rider season. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, but anyway, but let's get back. Let's get to the topics. We're not going to be here too long, so let's just get to the topics. Okay, so Crawford versus Madrimov. Yo, who needs this win more? Is it Crawford or is it Madrimov? To me, I'm going to say it's really hard. If you really want to think about it and you really want to debate this topic, it's really hard to find out who needs the fight more. Because check this out. Crawford needs this win because he's going up and he just came off the biggest win of one of his careers. Hold on. Crawford needs to win more, right? As he just came off a major win within his career. And that's beating ErrolSpencejr Jr., right? But then Madrimov needs to win more too, because now a younger, I ain't gonna say a younger fighter because I don't know which one is the youngest, but let's just say a young lion coming up from a 140-pound division is moving up to fight you. And you have the title. So who needs this win more? It's like, do Crawford need it? Crawford needs to stamp his legacy. Like, okay, I beat Crawford. I mean, I beat Errol Spence, and now I'm showing y'all that I'm really that guy. And then Madrimov needs to fight because he's like, yeah, you coming up for 147, but this is my weight division. This is my weight division. You understand what I'm saying? This is my weight division. I'm the 154-pound king. So it's very interesting as to who you guys pick as to who needs this fight more. Crawford needs the fight, and then also Madrimov needs to fight, because if Crawford beat Madrimov, then it's like, yeah, dang, Crawford really went up to 154 and did that. Madrimov, he knocks you out. You know, Crawford he on a knockout streak. And let's just say even if he went by the card, like he really went up and did that, right? So now he becomes more fearful, right? And he becomes more fearful. And so now it goes up to Madrimov winning the fight. And he's beating Crawford. Who needs it more? If Madrimov win the fight, then it's like, yeah, young bull, you tried to come up and take my title, but I had to show you. I had to school you. I had to discipline you. I had to take my belt off and spank you to get you back in line, because you young bulls wasn't paying attention, or wasn't listening, or was just being maybe a little bit too much eager. You know what I mean? Man, I'm trying to get that information for y'all, man, because I saw it. But like I said, I didn't see no reliable or credible sources or anything of that nature posted. So until more news come out about that Errol Spence situation, we will get back. We'll get back on it. Because I only seen it from one source. So until we get more information on that, then we'll get back on that. But man, just to be here on this, right? So let's say, like, here it is right here. Oh, for my pick, who needs it more? I'm going to say Crawford needs it more, because now this is your first time in this weight class, right? You just won an Emmy. You just won a pound for pound best fighter of the year Emmy. You just won an Emmy. You just won a pound for pound best fighter of the year Emmy. And so for me, you have to win this fight. You have to win this fight. Because if you don't, then it's going to be like, oh man, was it a fluke? Then the whole Errol Spence situation is going to come out, and you know, You know, so you did now you got now you will have to debate about that and things of that nature. So to me, you gotta win this fight. You know, you gotta win. You gotta show the public that they're not being fooled, that they're not being fooled of you becoming the champion and you beating Errol Spence and all this hype behind you. Terence Crawford needs to win more than Madrimov, because Madrimov is like Crawford has a name. Now we're figuring out who Madrimov is. Madrimov is. The hardcore knows who Israil is, but not the casual boxing fans, right? So they're like, who is Crawford fighting? Oh, he's fighting Madrimov. Or who is he? Oh, he's real close friends with Beevil, who beat Canelo. You know what I mean? So that's going to be interesting to see. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look up this. So that's going to be interesting to see on who actually comes out on the winning side of this fight. Now, if you want to move down a little farther and go down to Isaac Cruz and Pitbull, man, I want to say, like, who needs that fight more out of both of them? I'm gonna say Pitbull, because Pitbull got enough steam. But if Jose Venezuela can knock off Pitbull Cruz, man, that will be major. That would be major if he could knock him off. That would be major, man. That would be major, because he just knocked off what's his name? Dang it, what's that dude name? He just knocked off man, I cannot think. I got this dude name. Anyway, he was signed with Danny Garcia, man. He just knocked him off. Put him in the dirt, like for real. Put him in the dirt. Man, I can't think of that dude name who he beat, man. Let me go on there. I'm just go type his name in. I'm pretty sure his name will come up. Jose. Chris Cobo. He just knocked off Chris Cobo, put him in the dirt. Chris Cobo talked all that noise, and then Jose Venezuela went in there and knocked him out like cold-blooded, knocked him out, yo. So for me, who needs this fight more? It's gotta be Pitbull, because Pitbull got the most steam right now. Like everybody was excited for. I was mostly excited for this fight, because those are two young bulls fighting each other in their prime and not running from each other. So that's going to be an interesting fight itself as well. So Venezuela, who just knocked off Chris Cobo, some say beat him twice, and he's fighting Isaac Pitbull Cruz, who's one of the top prospects. You know what I mean? And so for me, who needs it more? I'm going to say Pitbull, though, because Pitbull just came off a tremendous win, stopping Rolly Romero, and you know, his story just sells. You know, like he said he couldn't buy a tortilla for his family, yo. So his story just sticks with a lot of people more. His story sticks. You know, some people can, you know, like resonate as far as like visualize as far as like where his upbringing comes from, and some of the trials and tribulations that he's been through to be on this level. Hopefully Rada season and Turkey Al-Ashish can tell Jose Venezuela's story, and maybe we can relate more to him and just study his wins. But we really have to think about what is being brought to the table here, okay? So we really have to debate on what's being brought to the table and what's being presented here for dang it, my mind just slipped. I was looking at that right there. So we really have to think about what's being brought to the table here for Isaac Pitbull Cruz and Jose Venezuela. But I wanted to get back on Terence Crawford versus Israil, right? And I was showing y'all some pictures the other day, and one of the things that stood out to me is that Madrimov, let me take this off real quick. Hold on. Madrimov he's been tested at least 4 times already. And look at his muscles, man. Dude is big. You know what I'm saying? Pause, no Diddy and all that. But I'm saying, like, dude been tested 4 times. And this is what I want to touch on yesterday and show y'all. Dude has been showing off that he's big. You know what I mean? That he's a bigger individual and that he's really taking the sport serious. He's been tested like 4 times. So we shouldn't get no hiccups about nobody testing dirty. You know what I mean? We shouldn't get no hiccups about him testing dirty. He's been tested that was the 4th time that dude been tested, right? And so I want to also touch bases on, look at him right here, man. Dude is swole. I mean, he been doing some leg workouts. I mean, dude is swole, man. And he's a big guy. Right now, though, in that picture, I would say he looked like he at least 168, man. Like, dude looked like he was at least 168, man. Like, will he make weight? Like, dang, like, dude is up there, man. Will he make the proper weight, man? So we will have to see, man. We got Crawford versus Israil Madrimov. Listen, tell me, who do you guys got in this fight and why? And who needs this fight more? Is it Crawford that needs this fight more? Or is it Israil that needs this fight more? Because Crawford needs to knock Israil off, right, in order to obtain his title and then hopefully fight Sebastian Fundora for his WBC and then unify. But then also Israil Madrimov needs this fight because he can't let a young lion come up and overtake him, right? So it's really interesting to see because he's been at the 154-pound division for a long time. That's his division. Crawford is coming up. So who really needs this win more? Is it the young king that wants to come up and overtake the throne? Or is it the king and of that pound division right now who holds the championship? And will he hold it down? You know? So we definitely need to figure out that as much as such, right? And he's been getting a lot of sparring sessions in, as you can see right there. That's him in the red trunks. Man, but you know, he looks pretty big. Crawford is going to have a huge task on his hands. This probably won't be an easy fight for Crawford, but in the same sense and the same aspect of it, we need, you know, this is going to be an interesting fight card. This is going to be an interesting fight card. I'm just saying, this is going to be an interesting fight card, man. It's going to be an interesting fight card. Like, we're going to see this fight in real time and see who really needs this fight, who really wants this fight. You know, it's going to be quite interesting. Oh man. Hold on, y'all. I'm making sure the comments work. It's kind of weird. We ain't getting no comment. So I want to make sure. Okay, yeah. So the comments all work. Okay, cool. It's just weird that we don't got no comments and stuff like that. So yeah. All right. So man, moving on with this. Let's see. So if Crawford wins this fight, you know, he can then, depending on Errol Spence fight Sebastian Fundora, because remember when I came on, I said that I saw some stuff that Errol Spence might not make the Sebastian Fundora fight. Now, I'm not saying that that's true. I'm not saying anything like that, right? Because I hope my boy make the fight. That's my favorite fighter. But I'm not seeing it on other sources. I only heard it. So until we see it on other sources, then we'll know if it's true or not, right? But so if Crawford wins, he can negotiate with Sebastian Fundora or PBC team. And then hopefully we can get the Errol Spence rematch if Errol Spence wins. So there's a lot of factors that goes into this decision of who's going to win this fight, how they're going to win this fight, and then what happens if that person wins this particular fight. You know what I mean? But as far as like how somebody got to win this fight, Madrimov is going to have to go in there and make sure he got a tremendous defense, and he's going to have to go in there and make sure that, you know, Crawford don't get too comfortable, man. He got to make sure Crawford don't get too comfortable, because the moment Crawford gets too comfortable, it's over for Madrimov. Madrimov. I'm sorry, Madrimov. It's over for Madrimov if Crawford gets too comfortable. But then again, Madrimov, he's a banger too. So Crawford got to go in there and be careful. And, you know, dude is a big guy. So Crawford got to go in there and be careful as well. Because at the end of the day, dude is a big guy too. You know what I mean? So, I mean, this fight is going to be interesting, man. We got less than a week left for this fight, man. And let me tell you, I'm interested in, and that's why we talking about it early. But what's most importantly, though, really why I'm really interested in this fight is for the Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Man, Isaac Pitbull Cruz and Jose Venezuela, man. Those are the two fights that that's the fight that I'm really interested in on this particular card. Because Pitbull is a dog. Jose Venezuela is a dog. Pitbull is shorter. Jose Venezuela has the longer reach, but Pitbull being short don't mean anything because Pitbull is a animal and he's going to come up to you. He's going to walk you down. He's going to bring his best performance yet. So when it comes down to Jose Venezuela and Pitbull Isaac Cruz, man, it's like that is going to be a interesting fight because I feel as though Pitbull and Isaac Cruz are pretty much somewhat similar. You know what I mean? I feel like they're similar in a sense. That's just, you know, Pitbull and I said Pitbull and Isaac Cruz. I'm tripping. Pitbull and Jose Venezuela. I feel like they are similar, but I feel like both of them are come forward fighters, so that's gonna be interesting. Yo, both of them are come fighter. Yo, Pitbull and Jose Venezuela, both of them are come forward fighters. So who is gonna walk? I can't see Pitbull going backwards. He walked Tank down the whole time, walked Rolly down the whole time. I can't see Jose Venezuela. I can't see Pitbull going backwards. That's going to be interesting because I can't see Pitbull going backwards. I can't see him going backwards. I can't see him going backwards. Man, those of y'all that are watching, don't be afraid to comment because the show only goes on as long as the comment goes on.
Shout out to likeableDialogue.
But man, in other news though, let's talk about what Pitbull can bring to the table, and then what can Jose Venezuela bring to the table. Okay, so I talked about like they both come forward, right? And then I talked about how Pitbull walked down Tank, walked down Rolly, and how Jose Venezuela knocked out Chris Cobo, right? Both of them are knockout artists. So what if Pitbull knock out Jose Venezuela? Ooh. Yo, and Jose Venezuela is a bigger fighter. He's a taller fighter, longer reach fighter. If Pitbull knock out Jose Venezuela, we are not getting a rematch with Tank versus Pitbull. We're not getting that fight. We're not getting it. You can just kiss it goodbye. We're not getting it. But if Jose Venezuela wins that fight, it'll be interesting as to where his career goes from there. I only see it going up. It only got to go up from there. You know, like Chris Cobo was an individual who talked a lot of noise. He talked a lot of noise. He did. He talked a lot of noise. But at the end of the day, he got knocked out in the ring. Dude got put to sleep. He got put in the dirt.
Shout out to likeableDialogue.
And Jose Venezuela wasn't playing with him. So this card is going to be interesting, man. But I want to pose a question to y'all that are watching, man. And remember, the comments, don't be afraid to comment because the show only goes on as long as the comments are coming in. So, but I want to say this too, though. Just because, you know, Crawford is going up, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting if Crawford wins this fight. because he can now negotiate with PBC again to get either the winner out of Sebastian Fundora and Errol Spence, or like I said, the reports that I saw earlier was saying that Errol Spence might not be fighting Sebastian Fundora. So it might be Fundora versus Crawford. Because you remember, he tried to go the Fundora route. But then PBC was like, no, we're going to do Earl. So we got to see, man. We got to see what happens, bro. Man, but I'm your host, LD, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. It wasn't too many comments today, so we're going to go ahead and end this show early tonight, man. I'm your host, LD, the kid, and you tuning in to Likeable. Hey, what's up, guys? This your boy, LD, the kid, and you tuning in to likeableDialogue.
Shout out to likeableDialogue.
Hey, man, listen, man. The question that I posed to you guys, and y'all can comment below on the actual video, but the question that I posed to you guys is, who needs this fight more? Is it Crawford or is it Madrimov? Is it Crawford or is it Madrimov? Who needs this fight more? Think about it. Crawford coming up from 147, going to 154, fighting the one of the top peoples in the weight division, Madrimov, and going for the title. Madrimov, who's holding the title, who's defending his throne from the young lion, who's trying to overtake his throne. Who needs this fight more? That is the question that I propose to you guys. I'm your host, LD, the kid, and you tuning into likeableDialogue. Hey guys, that part of the segment was called subscriber questions, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to press the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed, and don't forget to press the like button so everybody can participate in that, right? Press the like button, please. That helps the channel grow, okay? And listen, don't forget to press that subscribe button. Great show. Thank you guys. It's your boy LD, and you tuning into likeableDialogue. Press that subscribe button and stay tuned for more on likeableDialogue.